Bem-vindos ao PANROTAS em Foco. Hoje temos aqui o presidente e CEO da Air Canada, Montie Brewer. Hi, Montie. Nice to meet you. Nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me on. Thank you.
Montie, you are CEO of Air Canada since 2004. And since then, a lot of things changed in the world, and we are in the middle of a crisis, international, financial and economic. How it is impacting your business, the airline business?
Well, the airline business is a cyclical business because we track along with the economies of the markets we serve. And the only way we can grow is if we help grow the markets. Mm-hmm. And so we respond to whatever the economies do. And I think over the last 4 years, and in fact, over the last 20 years, airlines have become more and more agile. We've had to learn how to become very efficient. We've had to learn how to adjust our capacity to the marketplace when the marketplace slows down. We've learned how to manage to get costs out in the slow times and also take advantage of the revenues in the strong times. This crisis is a little bit different because you have a number of things happening at the same time. We as an industry got hit by fuel, which is now about 35% of our cost.
This is the most critical thing, fuel?
It's the most critical thing. It's the thing I'd look at first thing in the morning is what's the price of fuel. Mm-hmm. Fuel for us now is twice our payroll. So our fuel cost is twice the payroll cost.
But now it's getting down a little bit.
It's coming down a little bit, but it's still, even at $90 or $100, it's still 30% higher than last year.
Okay.
And when you have that large portion of your costs come up that fast. The other issue for the industry is people buy their tickets in advance. And when the fuel jumps up so fast, the revenues tied to those ticket sales can't rise with it. And so that's why I think a lot of airlines are going to have a very difficult time through the summer months because the fuel price was high and the revenues were already booked. For the airline industry, $1 change in the price of oil cost the industry $1.6 billion of cost. And the industry last year, I believe, only made $5 billion. So a $5 change wipes out the industry's profit.
All the profits.
So it's very challenging to manage that. So that's the first challenge that the airline industry is dealing with. Because of the high fuel, we're seeing slowing down of the economies around the world. And that's why a lot of carriers have announced capacity reductions to match the anticipation of the slowing down.
Air Canada too?
Air Canada too. This winter we're taking 7% of our capacity down. 7%. 2% domestic, because our domestic market's still growing fairly strong. International down 7%, and transborder for us, which is between the U.S. and Canada, which represents about 40% of our business, it's down 13%.
And international is how much of a business?
Domestic transborder is 20%, so
20%.
Domestic's 40%,
okay.
And it's 40, 20. So it's 40 domestic, 40 international, and 20 transborder.
20 transborder. Besides adjusting the capacity, what's Air Canada doing to face this crisis?
Well, you're trying to find new revenue.
Are you cutting jobs or things like that?
With the capacity cut, we are laying off approximately 2,000 of our employees. It's something that we don't really like to do, but you have to adjust to the marketplace. We're also trying to find ways to become more efficient. And so we've just finished purchasing a large number of aircraft. We have about 17 777-300 ERs, which are the most efficient wide body in the market right now. We've also replaced we've also purchased quite a few Embraer 190 and 175 aircraft, and I think we have 45 of the 190. So we have a fairly fuel-efficient fleet. In fact, of the North American carriers, we have the youngest fleet out there at 9 years of age for a fleet, which other carriers are somewhere around 13, 14, 15 years of age. It also makes us one of the most fuel-efficient fleets in North America, which helps us in these times as well. Another area is look for additional revenue streams. Can we find things that our customers value that we can get additional revenues for? So we've pioneered the a la carte pricing, which basically there's a base fare, and then if you want to visit the lounge, you pay more. If you want to get a site assignment, you pay more. And if you don't carry a bag, you can actually save money. So if you don't check a bag, you save $3. If you don't want your mileage for airplane miles for us, you can save money as well. So it's an a la carte pricing, and that helps drive additional revenues for us. And we came up with a new product recently. Is when there's times of weather, or what we call act of God, customers are inconvenienced, but there's no coverage for them. They basically have to take care of the travel arrangements or pay for food if they're delayed. If it's our fault, if there's a mechanical delay or a cancellation of something, we take care of them, right? But what we've come up with is a enhanced travel protection for $25 at the time of purchase. Whatever the reason, we'll pay for the food, we'll pay for a hotel, we'll get you a rent-a-car, we'll put you on another airline, all for free. And so if there's a snowstorm, you call up the special number, you get an answer within 1 minute, and they take care of everything.
This is valid only for domestic flights?
This is added on for domestic flights.
And do you plan to extend it to?
Yes, we plan to extend it to international and everything as the product grows. So, but that's one idea of, it's something that we know brings value to our customer. It's something that brings extra revenue for us, and that helps minimize how much we have to pull down of our capacity.
Okay. Vamos fazer um intervalo e voltamos com Parotas em Foco com o presidente da Air Canada, Montie Brewer. Voltamos para o segundo bloco do Parotas em Foco, tendo hoje o presidente da Air Canada, Montie Brewer. Mr. Brewer, I'd like to talk a little bit more about this tariff and taxes that Air Canada was pioneering creating. Are the passengers willing to pay for food or for window seat or for other service?
They always say necessity is the mother of invention. So what we found ourselves in the past was we were offering our customers what you would call full service. So seat assignments, food, everything was all included in the price. And then we'd have a competitor come in, a low-cost competitor. For our case, it's WestJet, who's a very good low-cost operator. But they come in and their product doesn't include any of the benefits. And they offer a lower fare. And they can offer the low fare because they don't incur the costs of providing all of the benefits. So what we had to do is we had to find a way to offer the same product WestJet offered, which means a Spartan or a product that doesn't have the benefits or extras. And at the same time, for our customers to still enjoy those benefits, a way for them to still receive them. And in the past, it was either you're a no-frills carrier or you're full fare and there's nothing in between. Well, we had to come up with something in between.
So you are still a traditional airline, but you have to
We still have all the same value of a full-service airline, but if you choose to get a lower fare, we don't give you all those services.
Okay.
And so we branded our fares, so we have 4 fare types. The lowest one is called Tango, which matches the same fare as the low-cost carrier.
And Tango, you used to have an airline named Tango.
We used to have an airline named Tango, and we said, the customers liked it so much, we said, well, let's make the entire airline this, and it's a low fare. And that allows us to have the exact same fare as our low-fare competitor and for the same product. So there's no seat assignment, there's no food, there's limited mileage accrual for your frequent flyer program. There's no lounge access, things of that sort.
And you have a percentage of seats that you put on this?
Every seat's available at that price. We also have another fare called Tango Plus. And for that, you get seat assignment, you get food. You get seat assignment, you get more miles, you get refundability, so you can change your mind and get your money back. And then we have another one called Latitude, which is basically the old full fare. So it has the lounge access, it has the food, it has... So if you bought a Latitude fare and I bought a Tango fare and the flight attendant comes down with the food card, you get yours for free, and I have to pay for it.
Okay. How the flight attendant knows that?
You show me your boarding pass.
The boarding pass.
It's pretty simple. We figure if you want the free food, you keep your boarding pass and you show it. But what it has allowed us to do is match the competition for the same type product, but at the same time allow our customers who want more to actually pay for more. And every seat's available for all the fare types. And so the only way we get someone to pay us more revenue is for them to see the value of the product that comes with that higher fare. 49% of our customers buy a higher fare, even though there's a lower fare available. So they see the value in the flexibility. They see the value.
Service, and
they value the service, and they want to pay more. So we found a way to basically allow all of our customers choose how they want to fly. Well, in the past, we'd kind of force them into buying only one type of fare.
And compared to your competitor, you gained share because of these changes?
We've gained share domestically since then. We've actually we've been doing this now for 5 years. For the last 3 years, we've grown our domestic business 31%. So it's been very successful for us. Our low-cost carriers, WestJet is growing as well. We're both making the market stronger because the customers now have access to low fares all the time up to the time of departure.
People would think that Air Canada has a very easy situation because you have only one competitor as a low cost compared to Europe or United States. Is that true? It's very easy to
it's so
Canada.
easy. No, actually, I've worked for a number of different airlines in different countries, and I can tell you the competition is the same everywhere. It's like saying TAM has it so easy here. It's not easy. The customer has choice. You have to be focused on your customer, and the competition is fierce. And in Canada, I think it's like a wading pool. It's not very deep. So what happens is when you make a splash, it goes to the end very quick and comes back very quick. So everything is fairly intense. So the competition from the low-cost carrier is very intense. Competition from, every major carrier in the world flies into Canada. So Singapore and Cathay and BA and Air France, and we have to compete against those, and we do quite effectively. And so, we have to stay focused on our customer, no different than any other airline.
What about this Atlantic Cross Plus that you, Lufthansa, United,
And Continental
are dealing now? What's going to happen?
Well, what we found is, and we've had a joint venture with Lufthansa now for about 10 years between Germany and Canada. And during that time, both of us have grown our services 40%. So there's a lot of market access for the customers. And the value that comes out of that is by working together, we can develop the market, and not only develop the market, but also develop markets beyond those countries. So, for example, between Canada and Germany, 23% of our customers are connecting twice. So they're connecting in Canada, and then they're flying over to Germany and connecting again. It's been very effective. By having as a joint venture, you can take a little bit more risks, and you can take and develop new markets. And so we see that it's worked so well for us bilaterally with Lufthansa, and Lufthansa has a similar arrangement with United bilaterally, that we thought, let's put it all together, and we'll be even that more effective, bring a lot more value to our customers, and help us grow the market even faster.
And when it's going to be reality?
Well, first, Continental has to join STAR, or get our relationships with United, Lufthansa, and ourselves. We have to get antitrust immunity from the U.S. government to be able to speak about capacity and pricing, which is not allowed without the antitrust approval. And then from there, probably as fast as we can.
Vamos fazer mais intervalo e voltamos com o último bloco com o presidente da Air Canada, Montie Brewer. Voltamos para o último bloco do PANROTAS em Foco com Montie Brewer, que é o presidente da Air Canada. Montie, Air Canada is going to put the 777 this November. Do you have plans to maintain the 777 in Brazil, or you don't have enough market?
Well, we're very excited about bringing the 777-300 down here, and I know our staff's very excited about it. The market's been very good for us with our 67, and by bringing the 777-300 in, brings about 350 seats as opposed to about 210 seats from before. So it's like having two flights on one airplane. It's almost two flights. It allows us to grow the market. We'll keep it here as long as it stays full. And so we know for the winter season it should do fairly well. Winter North America season should do fairly well. And we hope we can keep it longer. But every airplane competes with every other market. So if another market in the world gets stronger and Brazil's weaker, we'll move around again. But right now, Brazil's doing very well for us, and we're very happy about bringing the capacity down here.
So it depends on keeping these figures.
Yeah.
If Brazil responds, the 777 can stay a little
we expect
longer.
it, but we expected to respond. So.
And what about the entrance of TAM in the Star Alliance? How important it is, and you have a code share that you just signed it with TAM.
Well, again, we're very excited about having the code share with TAM, and also having TAM join Star. I mean, South America is a key market for all of the Star Alliance partners, and TAM, we believe, is the best situated airline in Latin America or South America to help Star and help the airlines grow. And so for us, I know we will get more traffic out of Brazil, and I know TAM will benefit as well, because every bilateral relationship we've had is based on mutual benefit. There's no contract terms that say you can't leave or can't. The only reason you stay together is because you want to stay together. It's very much
because you have benefits and all.
Kevin Veroni was saying it's like a marriage, right? So as long as it works for everybody, you're happy, you stay together, and we're very happy that we've never had a partner leave us, because we all benefit from it. So we expect the market to grow between Canada and Latin America with the help of TAM, and we hope to help TAM grow as well. Because if they grow, it helps us.
Sure. And which is the importance of South America to Canada? Which destinations do you have?
Well, we serve quite a few destinations in Latin America: Buenos Aires, Santiago, Lima, Bogota, and Caracas, and Sao Paulo. And Sao Paulo is the strongest market for us in South America right now. We're starting new non-stop service between Buenos Aires and Toronto. We used to serve that via Santiago, but both markets are growing enough that they can both stand by themselves. And so it's a good market for us, and it's a market in which we're uniquely situated in Canada to be on the Great Circle route between South America and Japan and China.
Sure.
And because of that, we do get quite a bit of traffic now from South America to Asia. And it's very easy to do with a new terminal in Toronto. We have a new terminal in Toronto which allows you to connect from international flight to international flight without going through customs. And so it's an easy product. It's a nice terminal. It's a great product on board the aircraft. And at the same time, there's no transit visa you have to pay for.
Okay. And which destinations do you have in Asia?
Out of Toronto, we fly to Shanghai, Beijing, Seoul, Narita, to Tokyo, and Hong Kong.
Okay. And it's not your first time in Brazil?
This is not my first time in Brazil. I've been down here many times before with the other Star Alliance partner of ours before, and also when I worked for other airlines, we served Sao Paulo. And actually, when I lived for about a year in Rio, in Ipanema, when I was about this high in 1965. So
in Canada, what image do you have from Brazil, from our country?
They know Brazil for its natural resources and for its products, so such as the Embraer for us. The commerce is very excited about Brazil because we're a country with lots of natural resources as well. There's lots of natural resources in Brazil, and there's a commonality there that is why we see commerce continue to grow. On the tourism side, we see this is a very good potential market for tourism to Canada, and so from that standpoint, we see Brazil as a prime market to kind of energize and get people to come visit Canada.
Okay, great, man. Thank you for
Thank you very much.
the interview. Esse foi o PANROTAS em Foco com Montie Brewer, presidente da Air Canada.